In terms of race inequalities, with their experience of living in the UK, do they feel Britain is a more tolerant place or less tolerant place than they first experienced?
Üzülürük, hoşumuza gitmez olaylar ama bir şey yapamayız.
They say they are not happy. They are not happy at all with what is going on nowadays with this kind of inequality. When they first came, they faced a lot of discrimination. They faced lots of inequality in employment, and still there is, their children face that sort of things, but because of their age group now, they are comfortable, they are just watching TV and they are seeing lots of harassment and racial inequality, so they are not happy with that situation.
And do the other ladies feel the same? Because this lady here has been in England for a very long time.
Yeah,
what's her experience been? Does she feel it's more or less tolerant?
Eskiden mi daha dayanıyordunuz olaylara, ırkçılığa, şimdi mi daha baskıyla, ne diyorsunuz diyor.
Eskisi daha iyiydi.
Eskiden daha iyiydi.
Daha iyiydi.
Yes, it was more tolerant when they first came to this country than now, they say. So now it's far less tolerant now.
So they feel it's far less tolerant now.
Yes.
Why is that?
Çünkü çok karıştık. Çok değişik memleketlerin var burada. Eskiden yoktu. Hep İngilizlerdi. Çok azdık biz yabancılar.
Onu dersen biz de suçlu.
Şimdi çok azız.
Biz suçlu oluruz.
Suçlu değiliz ama çok da değişir. Eşyalar, durumlar değişir.
According to my ladies, when they first came, they didn't face this much racism. But nowadays, because there are a lot of immigrants, they say there are lots of races involved, the government is not able to tackle the situation, maybe. That's why, at the time they came in 1945, there wasn't so many immigrants living in this country, and they were treated differently. But now, because there are so many different ethnic origins, they feel they are treated differently.
And what about the ladies on this side? Is that a similar experience for them, or do they experience something different?
Siz nasıl hissedersiniz?
Well, in the olden days, I came here in 1953 myself. It was much safer than now. You used to go out, you wasn't worried about your house or anything. If you walk out, you don't think somebody's going to mock you. You was free to go and you was much happier. But now these days, you think twice before you get out from your door. Am I safe or not? Shall I go out or not? You got that feeling which you feel unhappy. So it's much better it used to be before, not now.
And the ladies further down?
Sizin için nedir? Aynı mı hissediyorsun? İlk geldiğinizde durumlar mı?
İlk geldiğimizde biraz zorluk çektik. Çoktu. Şimdi çok şükür olsun.
Ne gibi zorluklar çektiniz? She says...
Gurbetteydik. Gurbet değil ama o gurbetlik ana şeydir.
Homesick, she was feeling homesick.
It was extremely difficult for her.
Ama
She says first when she came, it was difficult to settle and it was difficult to integrate. She says it was difficult to approach to places she needed. But now she says I am settled and I feel better now.
Ama şu an tuttu beni ağzımın kötü oldu. Ne diyeyim size?
She is a bit nervous, she says. She feels good about the country, she says. But it was safer walking in the street in the past. But now she feels a bit frightened to move because there can't be any robbery and that sort of thing. So she is a bit scared to walk in the street on her own.
And what do these ladies, having heard what they've said, what do they think the government's priorities should be to make things more equal, make this a safer place, and the things they want?
Diyor ki yani hükümet ne yapsın?
More security, more police force, and to be more safe. I mean, whoever do something, they should be punished.
And what about the ladies further down? What do they feel in terms of race inequality? The government's priorities should be now.
Biraz sıkı tutacak ortalığı.
Reisle ilgili
Ceza
Öyle
verecek
olmasınlar,
yani.
ceza verecek. Ağır ceza verecek.
Tabii yapmasınlar.
Yapmasınlar.
I think they are concentrating more on street crimes. You know, the government has to really tackle this situation, and she says that the government has to provide more equality in employment, in education, because there isn't equality in education when their children and the grandchildren they always face that kind of situation at school and in where they live. I mean, they feel it. So they need improvement in employment and in education. To improve women's ability, more education centers for women and more training centers for men to improve their skills and education. So that's what they are asking the government to do.
Öyle olması lazım. Sert kanun ki insanlar
Bunlar yapamasınlar.
tabii
Ceza büyük.
sert kanun.
Cellatı getirmeyiniz bize yani ha? Yes, the government
Ne söylemeliyiz?
Yeah, the government has to concentrate on crime. They have to improve the streets and they have to improve the opportunities for the young people. If the young people is causing the trouble in the street and there is a high risk of crime, it means we need to improve the lives of individuals and the ethnic minority in the borough, and that is to improve the education system, schools and employment. We have to provide them more opportunities to have better employment, that sort of thing.
Nile, if you could tell the ladies, it's been really interesting to talk to them, and thank you for their time.
Teşekkür ediyorum. Güzel oldu, interesting oldu.
Biz de teşekkür ederiz.
They thank you. It was a pleasure. They